welcome to this week's episode of Food from Fiction. It's Hanukkah, which means one of my favorite foods and one of my favorite books, Hershel and the Hanukkah Goblins. If you haven't read it, you're totally missing out. Sorry, this is a book I like and like the characters. You just have to wait for another book I don't like. We're going to make latkes, and my mom is going to come in and out and help, so stay tuned for that. The first most important step in making latkes is to cover your kitchen in newspaper or something else because it is a very, very messy process. Next, we're going to grate a lot. That's the number we're going for. A lot of potatoes, and then we're going to cover them in water to help rinse out the starch. And we're also going to do that with onions, but this is going to take a really long time, so just imagine that you're getting to watch. Okay, so our potatoes and onions have been sitting and rinsing, so now we're going to wring them out, and you can wring them out in a tea towel or some other method. And my mom said it was really important to remind you or tell you in the first place that you do have to use a box grater rather than the food processor, because the food processor does yucky things to the potatoes, even though they're still shredded. So that's the thing. So I'm going to make a really big mess, squeezing these out. Science. Because science and the Hanukkah fairy tell us to use the box grater.
You should use it.
So we are going to squeeze them out and then go to the good stages of this whole project. Alright, we squeezed out the potatoes and onions as much as we could / we're willing to. The latke game is not a precise game. Every mother and grandmother has their own recipe. You just kind of add things until it's right. That's the most annoying kind of recipe, but that's how it is. So now we're going to add flour, egg, salt, and pepper until it's right. I don't even know how to describe what until it's right is, so.
You can show them later.
I know. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to start frying them because that's the most important part. And you should definitely read Hershel and the Hanukkah Goblins. It won the Caldecott. That means you know it's going to be excellent. And it's my favorite Hanukkah book. And I was lucky enough to grow up in a family that celebrated all of the winter holidays, not just Christmas. So
Not all of them, just Christmas and Hanukkah.
Christmas, Hanukkah, sometimes the solstice.
Well,
You know, all the good stuff. Anyway, so here we go. Latkes, best food ever. Okay, the other camera died, so you just get a picture of the bowl for right now. So we are talking about figuring out when it's done, and you just kind of like squeeze it together, and it's magically a pancake rather than hash browns. So that's awesome. And now we're going to start frying and making latkes. So hopefully I will have figured out a camera solution for that one. Okay, we are cooking. So you get a couple tablespoons worth, and you have to make sure your oil's really hot. And we schlep it in there like that. And then you wait 3 to 4 minutes until they're nice and golden brown, and then flip them. And then, I don't know if you can see, but this is what they look like done, and they're delicious and amazing. So, you should definitely read Hershel and the Hanukkah Goblins, no matter what age you are. I hope you celebrate as many holidays and experience as many cultures this winter, and see you guys next time.